You know, the dry season which we experienced in February and March this year is finally making an impact on the production of palm oil, particularly in Malaysia and also in Indonesia. This is a delayed effect. It comes into force 8 to 9 months after the drought. So we are expecting a decline in production, decline which is slightly more serious than the seasonal decline which we see every year. And I think production is going to underperform compared to expectation in November and more seriously in December of this year. So this underperformance of production is, I believe, a new factor which is going to mean that palm oil prices have bottomed out, and now we will see a gradual rise in the price as the production begins to decline and as the demand keeps pace, because low prices have stimulated demand, particularly in countries like India, which are price sensitive. So rising demand and slowdown in production, slowdown greater than what we expected earlier, is going to lead to a recovery in prices. Very difficult to say, but definitely the underperformance should continue into early of next year. So let's say the underperformance starts from November, it should be acute in December, and then it will also be felt in Jan and Feb. Further on, going further forward, we will see underperformance later in 2015 also, because in Indonesia we have seen a dry patch in Kalimantan. Kalimantan is entering its 5th month, 4 months of below normal precipitation, 5th month now running, also running below normal, but it could improve. So this period of dry weather that we have seen in Kalimantan particularly, and other parts of Indonesia, in August, September onwards, will make its effect felt sometime towards the middle of 2015. So I think we are going to see relative underperformance, and I do stress the word relative underperformance, starting from November, December, stretching right into the middle of next year on production. Well, apart from palm oil, as you know, the second most important oil seed is soya. We have a huge crop in the United States. What we need to now look at is the upcoming Brazilian crop, which has in fact not even been planted. Even the plantings are running behind schedule because of dry weather. Now, this really is up for grabs. We have to see how the precipitation performs in Brazil. Brazil, as you know, is a vast country. It's almost like a continent on its own. There are parts of Brazil which are undergoing severe drought. That is mainly the sugar region, the state of Sao Paulo. We have to see whether this dry weather, at the moment experienced in Mato Grosso, but the rains have now just begun. The rains have started coming, plantings have started, plantings are behind schedule. If we go further into southern Brazil, the states of Paraná, the state of Rio Grande do Sul, which has got too much rain, but dry weather in Paraná, and then dry weather in Minas Gerais, Bahia, other states, then there is, in my mind, a slight question mark on the size of the Brazilian soybean crop. The market expects huge soybean crop, and as a result, soya prices have been quite low. We expected soybean prices to go down to $10 a bushel. They went down to $9 a bushel. That means all the bearishness of the Brazilian crop was already discounted by the market much before the Brazilian crop was planted. Now that is something very unusual. And if the Brazilian crop does not come up to expectation, then we must expect soya prices also to have bottomed out and to recover gradually. I am not by any chance forecasting a bull market at this stage because there is plenty of supply. But the important thing is that the market has bottomed out. The worst is over for the producers. The producers have been very resilient. Prices have been very resilient so far. And I feel we are now beginning a gradual recovery, a recovery which will bring, I believe, well-deserved prosperity for the producers.